Welcome, traveler. You must speak the ancient words to... Nah, just messing with you. You ready to play some D&D?
Just any kind of slap.
This is sexy.
I killed a possum last night.
You killed a possum?
The dogs got it, and to finish it off.
Welcome to the party in this episode of D20 The Curtain, where Oklahoma theater geeks hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons. How are you doing, crew?
Better than the possum.
Possums are really good.
Doing all good. Playing dead.
Before we jump into our story, let's introduce a crew. I'm Jerome. I'm your Dungeon Master.
I'm Timothy, and I play Allie.
I'm Kara, and I play Nesrin.
I am Jennifer, and I play Ula Reed.
I'm Jared. I'm Jade.
Yes, he is.
And I'm Jody. I play Lapis.
And we want to welcome back our good friend and our first guest player, Miss Susan Riley. How you doing?
Hello, Susan.
Susan!
Welcome
You even
back.
have the middle. You even have the middle square on my computer.
And me too.
That's
I hide
fancy.
myself so you don't have a middle square.
Oh.
How are things going in your world, Susan?
Good.
Excellent.
Great.
You want to elaborate or anything?
I talk well.
Okay. Yeah, you do.
First off, we want to send a giant thank you to all of you folks listening and sharing the show all over the world. And we just think we're so grateful for your support. We want to send special love out to all of our friends listening in California.
I did.
Yeah.
You guys, please stay safe. We know numbers are moving all the time, and we just want you to know we love and appreciate you all. And we'd like to acknowledge the new and growing listenership that's happening in the UK.
Yeah, UK.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks, UK.
There you go.
Yeah.
All of our friends listening across the pond, that is awesome.
Fingers and mash.
We got a couple of shout outs. What do we got, folks?
Oh, hey.
You go first. You do.
Jared, go first.
Hey, we want to give a shout out to an iTunes user who left us a review. Right? That's who it was. That left us a review. Yeah. The other CJB. So yeah. Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for that. That was really nice.
Good job.
Also, a shout out to BWOW82. BWOW82.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Catch on.
Just want to thank everyone out there who's leaving their reviews and showing their love and support for us. Just continue to spread the word and leave a review and rate us on iTunes. So thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Don't forget, guys, that whenever you leave a review and you subscribe and you spread the word, I mean, I'm just adding the spread the word in there because we need that. But
Reddit.
you are eligible for our contest, which is an amazing swag bag giveaway. Once we reach 100, and we are really close, that means you want to really get in on this if we haven't already done that. And we also are going to name an NPC after you. So
Well, you
have a
don't.
cool
They
name.
don't want. They don't want a free lunch with the cast.
I mean,
Or-
no free lunch.
And we'll be nice
I
to
mean,
this NPC,
actually-
we swear.
If you're cool, I'll take you to lunch.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Aw.
I'll take you to lunch.
With masks.
Yeah, you could just visit us at d20thecurtain.com for sweepstakes rules and information. But yes, send those ratings out there, get those reviews out there, and let us get you named for an NPC.
And come have
hand you
lunch
a
with
swag bag. Can I enter?
Yeah, there we go.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good.
I'm having lunch right now because it's not a D&D.
Because it's D&D.
Carrot.
Because you're always.
eating.
So is there anything else before we jump to it, guys?
I got my jumping shoes on.
I think we're there.
Got my
We're
slap.
there.
Got my slap and sing. You beat me to it, Jody.
Yay.
Okay, then. Let's bring the curtain up. When last we met, Ali, Nesrin, Ula, Jade, and Lapis performed most but not all of the burial rites requested of them by Seraphimia Hillgarden. The party splits once again when Jade takes the injured Nassim Waladra away and, on his own, seeks answers to the whereabouts of one of his mentors, a monk named Liason Erlanthar. The remainder of the party sets off that night to follow the raiders' trail in hopes of uncovering more plans of the cult of the dragon. Coming up on a deep section of wood, Ali, Nesrin, and Ula venture further in to find the stragglers' camp, while Lapis remains on the perimeter, only to discover that she is not alone, encountering a mysterious human woman called Mira. The two mistrust one another, but the appearance of Jade and the less than stealthy efforts of the rest of the party forces them to collaborate in order to defeat the straggling cultists and assist the three pinned siblings. The party overwhelms the raiders, causing the kobolds to flee and providing an opportunity to interrogate the remaining cultists. With Jade's offer of safe passage for the cultists in exchange for information and Ula's use of the Zone of Truth spell, the party gathers valuable intel. However, Despite Jade's promises, the party decides they must kill the hostages. Mira requests the party's aid in finding her family, who she believes may be prisoners of the cult. And while some of the party are still unsure that Mira can be trusted, Jade and Ula pledge to join her. What would you like to do?
I'm investigating the bodies. Do I find anything of importance or of value?
Are you kind of looking? You're looking on the bodies.
Yes.
Is this the body specifically? Yeah. I mean, it takes you, I don't know, a couple of minutes, but you're able to find about 28 silver pieces among all three.
I'm going to act like I'm helping Ali search the bodies, but I'm not really looking at all. I'm just trying to get him quite like alone, his attention. And as I'm kind of fiddling around, I'm going to look at him and say in a whisper, can I whisper so nobody else can hear it?
Okay.
Okay.
Just for the sake of argument, make a stealth check.
Oh. Okay, it's not bad, but it's my plus. I got something, I think. Oh, I do have plus 4, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a 20.
Okay. Jade and Ula and Mira are sequestered off to the side by the camp's central fire. You and Ali look about at the bodies, and Lapis kind of unfocused on what you guys are doing. Doesn't seem to hear you.
Ali, are we going to follow this cupcake looking for her parents? Let's just go, you and I, tonight.
You want to leave Jade and Ula? You know they're going to follow her.
I know, that's why I'm saying. Wait. They never listen to us anyways. We're nothing like them, Ali.
No, I know. But come on, Ness. I mean, they're our family. We got to stay with them. We got to protect them.
Like you stayed with us before?
That was a long time ago, Ness. And it was a different time.
Yeah, I still don't know where you've been. You just left me.
I had to leave.
You could have took me with you.
You were better at home.
No, I just went by myself.
What happened to you, Ness?
I grew up.
You used to care about people, care about things.
Yeah. I learned what that got you. And it's not much. What do you care about, Ali? This? Family? A farm? We ain't cut out for no farm. We never were.
No. But I do know that my family means a lot to me. And I'm not going to let them just follow this girl blindly without us watching their backs.
I'll stay with you, Ali. I can't go back.
Don't worry, we'll figure it all out, okay?
Yeah.
But you got to stop going off on your own.
I'll do my best.
Piss me off sometimes.
It's because you love me. All right. Let's go find this fluff tart's parents.
Are any of the bodies, like, are they wearing a uniform, a cloak that matches, or something that...
These cultists are all in the kind of dark black robes. They're not exactly the same, but they're largely the same idea. Most of them do not have their mask on them, obviously, but there is a mask scattered here and there. There's not 3. There are 2 on the ground. Some, at least one has got a gash in it from an attack, and the other is spattered with blood here and there, but for the most part, they're intact.
I'd like to collect the mask and whatever robes that would help in stealthiness or
I feel a Wizard of Oz
infiltration.
moment coming on.
Just for my clarity, you're just dealing with these 3 bodies here? Or are you looking
Yes.
about the camp at large?
Just those 3, because those are only 3 humans there, correct?
Those were the 3 that are in this clearing, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to
just those
start
3.
actually investigating the camp and their items and whatever they've got.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Are you both doing this? Are you both investigating? Is that what it is?
I'm more focused on the bodies.
Gotcha. Okay, then go ahead and Nesrin, and make an investigation check.
I'm sorry, let's see what my investigation is. Oh, it's a +0. So that's an 8. So I'm doing awesome.
Okay. You spend about the next 20 minutes looking about the camp, but you're feeling a bit dejected. Your plan to leave falling on deaf ear with Allie. And so you're doing kind of a half-assed, piss-poor job about it, but you feel like you're really giving it the old hill garden try. Unfortunately, you don't come across much. You sort of look into the one main tent. For the most part, it's relatively empty. Bedroll here, but nothing of real value. You see the cheap weapons that the cultists have left on the ground, but beyond that, not much.
Is that meat still cooking on the fire?
It's still cooking now.
I'm going to go get that and eat my feelings.
Eat your feelings.
During the investigation that Nesrin and Allie are doing, Ula and I, we're still over with Mirabelle, right?
Yeah, you're still over there, so we don't know what you guys have been talking about, but feel free.
Okay.
I am going to, before you guys start talking, I am going to cross over to you.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just going to look, just speak to Mirabelle and say, what is the best chances we have of finding your family?
We have to get past the guard. Right now, those things are out there. They're running. We just can't stay here. Whatever we do, we cannot stay here.
Very well.
I'm sorry I tried to hit you.
I'm sorry I offered you a berry. They were really tasty.
I have trust issues. I didn't want to eat them.
Understandable.
Have any berries left?
I do, actually. But please, we have to figure out some sort of plan. This is eat the berries, but let's figure out something.
I mean, we can make plans while we eat berries.
Ula, are you coming with us?
I started the I'm going with you talk.
Oh, good. I was just making
You
sure.
jumped on my bandwagon.
Did I? I thought it was my idea.
Okay, listen. Mirabella, have you been tracking them? Do you know how big they are? Do you know what they look like? What do you know?
I know there's a lot more of them than there is of us. But I don't think they're all together. I've never seen the group all together before. But there is a large group, and they have people in high places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that being sneaky is probably our best option. And I root around in my bag, and I pull out my cultist mask. Maybe Allie or Nessie, somebody who's, I don't know, a little bit better an actor. Maybe we can talk them into joining us, and maybe they can pretend we're prisoners, or I don't know. Do you have any better ideas?
I have a disguise kit. I'm afraid they might recognize me, though.
Maybe it should be you in the mask.
I'd like to cross over around now with the 2 masks that I found and what other
Yeah, I think that by the time you guys
Cloaks
got
I
to the
found.
conversation and
I follow.
Here are a couple more masks and some robes. You still got the robes from the other guy, Jade?
Yes.
So, Jade, how comfortable do you feel wearing another's face?
I take a heavy pause, but simply nod.
I hate to ask it of you, but if we want to get your trainer friend, if we want to get them free, you can look like one of the officers that we saw,
Yes.
but only if you feel comfortable.
At this point, I think discomfort is simply normal.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, you have someone there too? Question mark?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Sorry. Wait, you have someone there too?
Yes.
This is new knowledge to me.
Yes. The man who trained me.
Then let's do this together. I will tell you everything I know. If they have him and they have my family, they could be there as well.
Yes.
So what's the plan? Are we going to sit around and eat berries all day? Or are we going to...
I don't think you have a robe or a mask
Well, we've got 3 of them.
large enough to fit me. So
Do any
take
of
me
the,
as take me as your prisoner.
do any of these fit her? I mean, size-wise, robes.
Just looking at it at a glance, her height would be okay. It just would be real tight fitting on just the size of her.
Kind of
Well-
like my pants are now.
Well, if we've got 3 masks and 3 cloaks or robes, then I say Ula, Nessie, and Mira. Is that right?
Mhm. Mira.
You putting these on. Jade, I know you don't want to, but can you change?
Yes.
Okay. And then Lapis could be prisoner type.
I will be a prisoner for you.
Okay.
I hand my glaive to Jade.
Okay.
I take it.
If we walk this way, if we try to get past the rear guard, great. If not, it gives us a little closer to them. If we have to fight, we're closer in there. But hopefully we can sneak past them. But if they happen to see us, we'd look just like maybe the stragglers. That's just my theory. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Does that sound? But this way, at least it gets us towards the camp.
I'm in.
At the very least, it's an idea. I mean, we can formulate more when we get there.
I mean, do we want to face the rear guard or do we want to just try to get past them?
I think we should get past them. I think it's a good idea, but I think we need to get a move on because we're losing daylight and I have to put on that ugly robe.
Just so we're clear, it's late into the evening. I mean,
We're losing more of our nighttime.
We're losing moonlight.
we're losing our stealthy night coverage.
Do we know how far they are? Like, what's the time frame to get to where they are?
Mira, do you know anything?
I haven't been to their camp.
they're keeping their eye on behind them, so you don't know exactly how far ahead you need to travel.
Mhm.
Where your horses are, you know that a portion of the trails came through this space, and a portion of the trails went around the forest space.
What is the best way there?
If we go around, there's more tree coverage. If we go straight through, they might see us right away.
How long ago was it they came through here?
For the sake of your information, I think you'd probably need to kind of do an investigation of the area and get back on the trails and kind of find out, where the footfalls are landing and where they're going. It's going to be difficult because it's night.
But she was following them, right? So she knows about.
She was
what
following
time they
them to Greenest. She followed them to this place.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop on a horse and say we can discuss it on the way.
Are we going through or around?
Well, I don't know, but my horse is moving.
Aren't you on a donkey?
Am I?
I think you.
Thought you were.
I think you might be.
I am on my donkey then.
You're on a donkey. So Jade, you've gone around. You'd have to go around to the location where the donkey was stored.
Mm-hmm. I at least moved to it.
Because you brought the donkey into the wooded area. You'll have to guide him without riding him out of it and then get clear of this wooded section in one way or another before you could actually ride it to its location. However, there's also the issue of the other horses, which are outside on the perimeter, which you guys left out there, tied off. And then there's still the matter of picking up the trail again.
Well, then I'm looking for the trail.
Okay.
I will help him.
I will also help him.
I'm just looking on the ground and with dark vision and
Okay.
trying to.
Okay. So
I'm going to cast dancing lights just to help them see better the area.
okay. Dancing lights needs to stay in relationship to you, right?
No, you can actually travel them out. They're like little balls, little dancing orbs.
Okay. What's the range on it?
120 feet. So I got a pretty good range.
I'll just turn to Nesrin and go, thank you.
So Jade, go ahead and make an investigation check. And since you're being helped, just make it a straight roll.
Okay. 19.
Okay. As you're going through and removing your donkey, getting him freed, and walking him out to the perimeter, you make your way out of the wood, almost to where you first met Mira and Lapis. You can see, kind of taking in the larger picture and getting a little distance away from that entrance, you can see that the large majority of the tracks of both soldiers and carriages, quite frankly, skirt the wood almost entirely. It continues off on to the south. It doesn't move nearly as deep to the west, and it's pretty dense, which means they're traveling in very close proximity. You can also see that while there are tracks that go towards Green Est, these tracks are much deeper, even in dry ground, which would indicate that they're either they're carrying more away from Green Est than they were when they were arriving at Green Est. The tracks for the carriages and wagons are deeper, which means that they were loaded down with more items than they were when they first arrived. You can also see that the pace is picked up roughly in this area. So they were kind of marching along at kind of a dead march and then started picking up the pace.
Okay.
I'm not helping. I'm just kind of watching you and keeping my lights dancing. And I say, did you see anything? Do you know where they're going?
I can see the tracks. They lead to the north.
South.
They lead to the south. It's opposite day for me.
You're so
I have
close.
a horse and a mule.
A mule horse.
Horse, mule.
Thank you, Tevia. Yeah, and then I don't say much more. In fact, I don't say anything because I didn't say anything.
So you found a track, Jade?
Yes.
All right. Well, then are we ready to go?
Do we need to hide the bodies and make it look like we were never here?
Are they planning on coming this way? Do you think they'll come back this way?
I don't know.
Is there more coming through?
There's quite a few of them.
Well, let's just toss them in a bush.
Okay.
And I grab the feet of one of them and attempt to drag it into a bush.
All right. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Lapis.
If she doesn't succeed, I'll toss him in the bush for her.
All of them at once.
Can't we just set them on fire?
That would be
Another one too.
a 6.
So Nesrin starts pulling, and I would imagine everybody just starts to watch as though I'm gonna see how this turns out.
I have been watching her for a while to see.
And she she pulls and pulls and strains, and nobody's helping. She's just straining until finally plunk, she falls on her butt in the
I'm gonna
dust
say,
and dirt and
Is
ash.
anybody going to help me?
Mira said she was going to help.
Just everybody, just stay out of the way.
Oh, did you say you were helping?
I wanted to help too because little weak.
I've got it. I've got
Um,
it. Just let me do it. I will. There's 3 bodies, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
I will take one to toss into. I will just start tossing them into the bush. You said an athletics check.
Yeah, make an athletics check. Let's see how this turns out.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
And Lapis just heaves the body up. Literally, with the 25, she holds one under her arm and gets the second by the leg and starts to drag it into a really tight collection of trees. But gets it through there, being dragged and caught on limbs and bushes, but they're going through just fine. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, this isn't going to go well. Oh, 16.
Okay. You're able to get it pretty deep into this dense wood. And then with a series of limbs and breaking things and kicking things over, you're able to kind of cover them up well enough that it would be hard to see them at a glance, particularly in the denseness of this space. It wouldn't hold up to, real intense scrutiny, but you certainly wouldn't see it passing through.
Yeah, since I have a -1 deception.
And with that, I assume you go back and do the third body.
Oh, yeah.
I
Do
smile
you-
at Lapis and say, a bird in the hand is worth 3 in the bush.
May as well toss them all in there. Do I need to make
And so
another athletics check on that third one?
No, you get the other one in no time, and it takes you roughly about 10 minutes to do all this, 10 to 12 minutes to get all this done.
Bloop, bleep,
And
plop.
I'm gonna huff off and I'm pretty pissed about the mosquitoes. And just being generally in the woods. I'm just gonna announce yeah. I hate this place.
Well, let's not waste time.
Does everyone got a robe or a mask that's supposed to have one?
Shouldn't the captives walk? I say as I mount the horse with my robe and mask on.
Mira, take my
Yes.
horse. Yes, captives walk.
Jade, take a horse and put someone else on the donkey. If you're going to be the leader, you should be on the donkey.
I pat the donkey very lovingly on the neck and then hop on the horse.
Does Mirabella have a horse? Or Mira have a horse? Yes.
I gave her mine.
I turn around and I say, I'm not riding the damn donkey.
We've got Jade on a horse, disguised. We've got Mira on a horse, in robes. We've got Ula on a horse.
I'll just ride the donkey.
Yeah. And if Ula, Nesrin, and Mira have robes and masks,
Mm-hmm.
we take some rope, tie them around Lapis's wrists, make her walk, but loosely that she can get out of them
Yes, please.
of her own accord.
Not unwise.
And Allie,
I can turn invisible.
for what duration of time?
I can turn invisible for an hour if I need to.
Do you want to do that now, or are you?
I'm going to wait until we get a little further on.
Okay.
Everyone keep your eyes open for any rear guard or anything ambushy wise.
And the last thing I need to know, what's your marching order? Jade, Mira, Ula, Nesrin, Lapis,
I'll be
Allie?
last.
I think we'll keep the prisoners in the middle.
Okay.
So
I'm-
Jade in front.
I'm a
and
prisoner, so I just go wherever I'm dragged.
Allie and Lapis, and then
I would put Ali to the back so he's not seeing when he needs to change.
oh, that's right, you're going invisible.
So I would say it was probably Jade, Mira, Lapis, and then Ula, and I just kind of put her behind.
With waving the mosquitoes away.
Yeah, reluctantly.
All
put her
right.
behind. And cursing
Okay.
and eating.
So you follow this trail for about an hour. You've been keeping your eyes out for any sign of the rear guard, any sign of an ambush. Jade, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Oh, shit. Oh, thank God, 19.
Okay. At 19, the road looks clear. You don't see anyone as you're starting to find, you're moving through little plateaus and small valleys. And for the most part, in this green fields, you're not seeing anything. You can definitely see where they've traveled, but then you start to get into a slightly rockier, less green area. There are large boulders that would serve as cover. There are plateaus that go 50 to 100 feet off ground level, and sometimes even more. These plateaus overhanging over you to your left and your right. I'm going to have you go ahead and make another perception check.
No advantage?
You can have an advantage. Okay. Because, again, you're all looking together.
That's a 3. And that is a 5.
Wow. Awesome.
So 7.
Okay. You are starting to walk into a valley. On either side of you, there are plateaus that go up. The slope would be pretty easy to navigate, but it would require a little climbing. But on one side, you're right, it goes up about 100 feet. On the other, about 150. Too late to be ahead of the game, but just as you enter the space, you get a sense that this would be an excellent place for an ambush.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn back to everyone and whisper, everyone be mindful. And proceed with caution.
Okay.
I stopped mumbling about the mosquitoes.
I would like to point out that we are all masked up.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm going to change my face.
You were all masked. You were all masked up except for Allie, and Jade was just in his regular. Were you in your?
Was I in my regular change?
You were in your regular face, your regular appearance.
Up until that moment, I suppose so.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just turned invisible.
How are you approaching this? The road has got, it's a kind of a centralized road. You've got these outcroppings of rock on either side. Your road is kind of in the middle. If somebody's above you, they're looking down on the space. There's maybe room to skirt either direction, but whichever direction you choose, the opposite cliff would have a downsight onto you.
I'm just gonna keep moving forward, same direction.
Has Jade changed yet?
Just as you guys enter the space.
So
You're asking me to make the stealth check?
Yeah. You and Allie make a stealth check, just to see if the possibility of they see something odd. In fact, just everybody make a stealth check.
Okay.
Well, I was going to try to whisper to Lapis to cast.
Yeah, I was going to say I can always cast Pass Without a Trace also.
I want to wait till we're trying to get into the rear guard.
That was a natural 20 plus my stealth, which is 24. Bing.
Well,
15 for Allie.
Oh, stealth! I have to roll. Well, I don't have to roll stealth with disadvantage, do I?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because I'm a prisoner.
Truth be told, I probably should have made it both deception and stealth, but let's just go with stealth and everybody make that roll.
That's a 20.
15 for me.
Natural 1 for
Oh no!
If it was an average,
Ula, you screwed us.
Okie dokie. You're making your way in this in this little chasm. The night sounds are all you hear. Just crickets. You don't even hear wildlife, don't know birds. It's silent. You continue on your way. Ula, the mule, gets away from her a little bit as it starts to kind of, and she, whoa, trying to keep the sound down. But you're already in the space, and it echoes off the rocky walls. You hear above you. Identify yourself.
Oh, shit.
I am of the blood. I am of the mother.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
God damn it.
At advantage.
Oh, Lathander, help me. 20.
Oh,
fuck yes.
Boom! Goes the dynamite.
And you hear back. Where the hell have you been?
We ran into this one, and I point at Lapis.
Don't say.
Taking her back.
Don't I recognize her?
Sure do. She was coming for revenge.
I glance at Ula.
What happened to your kobolds?
She got them.
All right. Well done. Well done. On ahead. I'd be glad to see you, especially her.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation with them, Ula, you've noticed that another guard stands and another guard stands. And before you know it, there are like 9 people who have been hidden, well placed out of the way of your sight. Some closer than others. A couple right down on the ground level, watching you all. But as they're looking at Lapis and impressed with the lot of you, and Allie just having gotten out of sight before they see him, you pass muster. And they let you through. Excited to see you. Thought that was going to end badly.
Yeah, I did too.
I fucked this and then I saved us.
I was like, you're gonna get killed.
So, your way is clear, and you continue to make your way on for another hour or so. As you're coming up on what you can see again is more of this rocky surfaces, less wooded area, making your way closer to the Amd border. You're starting to recognize this topography, Mira. You can see off in the distance light flickers of brazier light, perhaps no fires, but certainly torches ahead of you at about a mile. You could see that the mouth of a little encampment is to your east. You could go around to the west, but you would have to climb up and over to look what you think would be looking down on a space that's got more of a valley between it. There is very little movement, but you can see that to your east would clearly be the entrance to the camp. But it goes up the side, the boulders and the plateaus, probably up to about 100 feet over the landscape. There are towers that you can see even from this distance. They're shoddily made, you can tell, but would certainly serve as watchtowers. Again, there's not a lot of traffic moving in and out. It's settled down, it seems. It is a group of people about their business, looking for protection, looking to do their duties. If you're going to make a front approach, you'd have to just go right in. If you're going to make a stealthy approach, you'd have to climb around, up and over.
Is there any trees around the entrance or places to hide and cover?
There's some greenery, but not a lot of tall greenery. There is, to see into the mouth of the space, you'd have to get closer. Because any trees on this outside are still going to be below the upper plateaus that you'd have to climb.
Okay.
But you have your prisoner. You have a way to climb around the back, perhaps to be more stealthy. But you also have a rear guard that knows you have a prisoner, and a prisoner that they recognize.
So what do y'all think we should do?
I don't know what we're up against.
Are you still traveling, by the way?
I would think that we would kind of draw up as we see the camp to kind of
Regroup.
briefly discuss.
Take a moment.
My invisibility has dropped, so I'm visible now.
We also have passed without a trace if we need it.
So you've stopped. You're about a mile, maybe a little less from the camp proper. You don't have a lot of cover, so whatever is traveling, this traveling group is, it's possible that it can be seen.
Night, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would be kind of blinded by the light.
It's possible.
I mean, we're a mile
Wrapped
away.
up like
Okay,
a-
so I'm worried that if we go through the front, that we would put Lapis in danger.
I don't know if we need to, or if we should bring Lapis in there at all.
Well, if we're going to kill them.
We don't know how many are. This is their main camp. There's a lot of them.
I say the ones who are stealthy and quiet and have a mask and a robe should try to make their way through the camp.
That separating us is a terrible idea. It's never worked out for us yet.
Well, we also know that Lapis can't go quietly, can she?
I can do invisibility one more time, but I'm not that quiet either.
This, you can use your gift. This might be a good time.
Jade,
So what is our goal here? To find Jade's friend?
Find who we can.
Mm-hmm.
I say we're just trying to find the people we've come to see and get out. I don't think we should engage them.
No, they're dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I can earth walk, so I can get up and down the mountains and plateaus pretty easily, but then you lose me as a prisoner.
Well, and using Lapis as a prisoner, we could see if they have any other
You know,
prisoners.
it's a risk, certainly, but
Yeah.
Can we go up? Like, I don't want to split up, but can we sneak up to the top and get a look, see if we can? I mean, is there an option to go up quickly, take a look, and come down?
it would still take you a certain amount of time, but you could certainly do anything you guys figure out you want to do.
Right. I didn't want to suggest something if it was going to, like, hi, bye guys, I'm out of this.
I think
No. No, I mean, that makes complete sense, to get a lay of the land. But the question is, can you do it and not be seen? Or do you just go in with your subterfuge that you've already got going, which is, we have a prisoner, we're here.
I mean, sounds like you're telling us we should do that one.
I'm not saying either one.
I was going to say,
Just-
no matter what, I'm in danger.
We're all in danger.
So-
No matter what, everyone's in
Yep.
danger. Yeah.
We're all
we'll
in
keep
danger.
you out of it.
I mean,
Don't worry.
I literally
Let's
have no idea how this should work out.
I'm not worried about being in danger.
Not when you can dole out 32 points of damage.
I was going to say, I've got a shit ton of damage I can take.
It's worked for us once. I say we keep with our same method and take Lapis into the camp and see what information we can get out of them. We might actually get some information, sees how we got the prize heifer here. That's not.
Are you
meant.
calling me a cow?
It was more of a.
You're lucky I'm tied up right now, Nesrin.
You can get out of those ties, you know that.
Thanks, Allie. It was more of a euphemism,
Ooh, big word.
Lapis.
I look at Mira and what do you think?
Are they always like this? Oh, you mean about what's happening right now? I want to get an idea of what's going on. If you guys think we can do this safely, let's go in.
Oh, we don't do anything very safely. Only on special occasions.
Jade, even though his eyes are all black, he still manages to do an eye roll.
I turn to Ula and say, if she calls me a cow again, will you be mad if I punch her in the face?
Unwise.
I meant it in the best way possible.
Okay, can we focus on what's really important here?
If we take any more time, they might get curious as to what took us so long.
So I think
arrive.
we've sort of decided we're just going to go in, same.
Same method. My question is, who is going to speak on our behalf? Because you know they're going to ask some questions.
Who has the biggest deception and abilities besides me? But if I go invisible,
I'm pretty good at lying.
I'm a new one here, but I think I might have some deception.
do you?
Yeah.
Do you think they would recognize your voice? You do have quite a perky tone.
I do. I can.
There's nothing wrong with perky tones.
Of course not, Ula. I just wanted to make sure she could disguise it.
I'm quite good with disguises. Yeah.
Mira, do you feel comfortable talking to them? We need to assign a leader.
If it will get my family back, I'm there.
We won't let anything bad happen to you. Don't worry.
We'll try really hard.
Okay. Let's do this.
Seems to be our motto.
We won't let anything
do
happen
this.
to you.
Right.
We'll try really hard.
Hey, and
So-
DM, as we approach the gate, like as we're riding up, I'm gonna reach out to Mirabelle and cast guidance on her. Mirabelle, you get a D4, which is the little pyramid dude. You get a D4 to your next skill check. So if you have to do persuasion or deception or anything like that, you get to add a D4 because my god is helping you lie to these dudes.
Nice.
And I look at Ali and I say, after all this is done, we can go back to your home, right?
And with that, I cast invisibility on myself.
Nesrin turns to ask about following Allie. He disappears from before her eyes. And on your horses, you start to resume your pace, making your way straight into the mouth of the little valley. You see that the cultists have set up their camp in this hollow of a rocky plateau that's shaped roughly like a horseshoe. The lower portion of the plateau rises gently from the surrounding land, but it quickly steepens and ascends to a height of about 150 feet above the landscape. Boulders formed or jumbled heaps at the base of the cliffs. The level shelves and top of the plateau are covered in long grass and brush, and a couple of scrubby trees grow in patches. It's not dense, it's not thick, but in a pinch, it might provide you with some necessary cover. You're making your way into the mouth of this horseshoe, and at the front stands a guard tower. Two kobolds stare down at you, making noise amongst themselves and pointing out what you can tell almost instantly is the lack of kobolds among you.
Oh.
A series of small tents have been set out all throughout this plateau. And at the center of the space, although nestled among quite a few tents themselves, is a wooden structure, a cage. And at its center, a large pole. Slowly, you're riding your horses into the space as people acknowledge you. No one stopping you at this moment. because, as is the nature of the group, they would expect stragglers to return at this point. As you move closer to the center, while you can't see faces, there are people inside this wooden structure. At least one tied to the center post. And as you're doing this, you hear rumblings coming from inside of one of the tents, and a series of cultists appear from the tent, followed by a large half dragon.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
The group walks towards you. And Lang Dedrosa Cyanroth clears the way. Did she come back for more?
Oh my god.
No. Even I can't help you. Put your prisoner away while I talk to Fulham and find out what should be done with her. My guess is she'll be dead before morning. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Okie
Oh
dokie.
my god.
Really didn't want to see that guy again, guys. I really didn't want to see that guy again.
You knew he was gonna come
I'm about
back.
to cast Pass Without a Trace and run.
Oh my!
Fuck these Hill Garden kids.
All right, so you guys have got your work
hero's
cut out for you,
call.
but you got to get in, you got to get out.
Well, we got in. We just need to get out.
I need to get out.
Getting in's the
Fast.
easy part.
Shit.
Can't tell you how many times it's happened to me.
Oh God!
Every time I go to Walmart, I'm like, I can get in, but I can't get
Go
out.
to Walmart and run into that guy that you got into a sword fight with.
Yeah,
Happens all
the
the
time,
time.
actually.
This is Oklahoma.
With that in mind, we can't wait to do this again. But until we meet again, we want you to stay safe. Please be kind, have fun, and play the role.
Play the
Good
cat
job,
tire.
Susan. We're so
Hey,
glad
Susan.
we got to play with
Yeah. And now you're gonna have to do some. You're gonna have to answer some
Yeah.
questions.
you. Yeah. Welcome to the party.
I'm there. I'm there.